Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something you probably use every single day, an appliance that changed everything. And the crazy part? Its story starts not with some grand plan, but with pure, accidental, gooey luck.
Yup, you heard that right. Picture this. It's 1945. The war is just about over. An engineer is tinkering with some top-secret military radar tech. He's probably thinking about his next big project, maybe just his lunch, when he reaches into his pocket for a snack. And what he finds is, well, it's a sticky mess. But it's also a surprise that would change the world.
So how on earth did a secret weapon of war end up in your kitchen? That's what we're going to unravel. We're going to trace this incredible journey from a device meant to spot enemy bombers all the way to the thing that heats up your leftovers in 2 minutes flat.
All right, let's get right into it. The place is Raytheon, a huge U.S. defense contractor during the war. I mean, this place was the hub of cutting-edge wartime innovation. And the piece of technology at the heart of this whole story was something called a magnetron.
So what is a magnetron? Well, it's basically this high-powered vacuum tube. And its whole job was to generate microwaves, but not for, cooking. Nope. Its purpose was to send those waves out, have them bounce off things in the distance, and detect them. We're talking enemy aircraft here.
Okay, so here's the scene. The engineer, a guy named Percy Spencer, is working near one of these active magnetrons, and he feels something weird. He reaches into his pocket for his Mr. Goodbar candy bar, and it's just a gooey mess. It's completely melted. Now, you or I, we'd probably just be mad about the ruined snack and the sticky pocket, but Spencer, his brain just worked differently. He instantly made the connection. These invisible radar waves were generating some serious heat.
So who was this guy, Percy Spencer? The man who saw a world-changing invention where most would just see a mess. Let's get to know him a little better.
I mean, Spencer's backstory is just unbelievable. He was orphaned as a kid, had almost no formal education. But what he did have was this relentless, unstoppable curiosity. He taught himself everything. We're talking radio technology, electricity, you name it. He became one of the world's top experts on radar technology, all on his own. His genius didn't come from a university. It came from a deep, hands-on obsession with figuring out how things really worked.
All right, so a melted candy bar is a great start, right? But it's not exactly scientific proof. Spencer knew he was onto something, but he needed to confirm it. So that famous curiosity of his kicked in, and he decided to run a couple of experiments.
First up, popcorn. He brought in some kernels, put them near the magnetron, and boom, they just start popping furiously, flying all over the lab. The next experiment was, a little messier. He tried it with an egg, and apparently a curious colleague leaned in to see what was happening, and the egg exploded right in his face. Why? Because the microwaves were cooking it super fast from the inside out. So yeah, the proof was undeniable and kind of messy.
You can bet that after those demonstrations, especially the exploding egg one, Raytheon's leadership took notice. They didn't miss a beat. They saw the dollar signs immediately. This military tech, this thing designed for war, could be totally repurposed. It could change the American kitchen forever.
But don't picture the little box on your counter today. Oh no. The very first commercial microwave, which they called the Raider range, was an absolute monster. Get this. It was almost 6 feet tall, it weighed 750 pounds, and it cost, in today's money, over $70,000. A true industrial beast.
So the big question is, how did we get from that 750-pound monster to the little appliance that's in pretty much every home? Let's follow that journey. Well, it definitely didn't happen overnight. That first Raider range in '47, that was only for big commercial kitchens, restaurants, hospitals, that kind of thing. It actually took 20 years, until 1967, for the first real home model to come out. But then things started moving fast. By 1975, for the first time ever, more microwaves were being sold in the US than gas ranges. That was the tipping point.
Just think about that for a second. It all started with one melted candy bar in 1945. And from that one little accident, it grew into something that's now in over 90% of American homes. That's just an unbelievable success story. And look, the microwave didn't just change how we heat up leftovers. Its impact was way, way bigger than that. This thing completely changed how we live. I mean, just think about it. The entire frozen food industry basically exploded because of the microwave. The whole idea of a TV dinner, that's a direct result of this invention. It changed family dynamics because cooking time was suddenly slashed, and it became essential everywhere, from the office break room to military bases and even up in space with NASA.
So, what about the man who started it all? Percy Spencer. In his classic, humble way, never really took credit for it. He just said, "I didn't invent anything. I just noticed something." And man, what a powerful idea. It shows that sometimes the biggest breakthroughs don't come from a eureka moment, but just from paying attention.
And this kind of thing has happened before. Spencer's story fits right into this hall of fame of amazing accidental discoveries. Think about penicillin. That came from some mold someone forgot about. Or Post-it notes. That was a failed attempt at making a super strong glue. It just goes to show you, sometimes the best inventions are the ones you weren't even trying to make.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. The story of the microwave is the ultimate story about the power of just being curious. It's a perfect reminder that real innovation doesn't always come from a strategic plan. Sometimes it comes from just paying attention when something weird and unexpected happens. Like, say, when the universe melts the candy bar in your pocket. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other huge breakthroughs are just hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone to notice?